podcast dedicated to the lore, legends, and myths surrounding the creatures that may lurk in your backyard. My name's Hewitt.
I'm Chris. How you doing, man?
I've been busy. I've been to New Orleans for a conference. Immediately turned around and drove to South Bend, Indiana. Took 2 days to drive back because the boy had a seizure.
Yeah.
Well, in South Bend. Turns out probably because he ate 5 pieces of cake.
That's a lot of cake.
And he had eaten an entire pack of Krabby Patty gummies and half a bag of popcorn before that because we gave him his Switch. And he just mindlessly ate. And so I'm thinking what happened is vomiting.
That's a huge problem with like gaming.
Vagal, was it vasovagal, vago, I do this and with the word testosterone.
Testosterone?
Testosterone. I always do testosterone. Like my brain, I flip letters.
Basic way of saying it is like he's playing a game and just shoving shit in his mouth.
Yeah, which we've all done. But the thing is like, I think what happened is that he went to vomit and that triggered something.
Oh, shit.
Because after we had him taken care of, he set up and just all over my arm cake batter with sausage because my in-laws got Polish food for the graduation party for my brother-in-law. So I'm sitting there with like the forbidden boudin.
Just like, that's milky.
That's all over me. There is frosting. There is fennel.
It's just just a bunch of bad smells.
Buddy, are you good? Oh, okay.
But at least So and then he seems to be doing okay.
He seems fine now.
Him in there. He seems.
And then it was his birthday party, and then I've done summer school, and I
forgot to go to.
Yeah, you did. But I figured you had something going on. Also, like a whole bunch of people didn't show up. It was our buddy Jed, and then one kid from his class brought her 3 siblings and her 2 god cousins.
Now I feel really bad.
No, dude, I had like two digits of kids that all decided suplexing into a pool was awesome. And so I'm like, this is okay. This is okay.
Yeah, so this is going to be an interesting bring your own pool party for the 4th then. I know Jed's kids are going to be...
No. It was the other kid from his class that like had... she has sisters. She has 2 god brothers. And one of the god brothers is a huge fan of WWE.
Oh.
And he's big for his age.
So there's a lot of...
Yeah. Yeah, there was choke slams into the pool. And I'm like, okay, you're all good. Everybody's coming up.
No. Okay, good.
Everybody's coming up. You know what? Let it go.
As long as everyone's going up.
The only time I had to stop, I was like, everybody get out the pool. Why? Because y'all have knocked the support pillars for the pool loose by freaking like DDTing people into the edge of the pool.
Well, at least they had fun.
Oh, they had a blast. And then summer school, and I've had 3 days. I had Friday, today, and tomorrow. I got 3 days before I got to go back to work. Yesterday and today of doing nothing has been pretty freaking nice. Okay, I did yard work. I won't lie, I did yard work.
Okay, doing nothing can include just doing basic chores. If you're an adult, doing nothing means like when I do nothing in a day, I get up, I get my coffee. I spend about an hour and a half on a game. I do dishes. I do some clothes.
Chores are handled.
I sleep for a second.
Naps are so good.
And then I might cook something. And then I go back and play games.
Now, I will say this. I've also been monitoring our TikTok. Because I won't lie. I throw stuff up on TikTok and then I might never watch it again. Bog Bodies is at 200K and I don't know how to respond.
I don't know, like our
Alexandria is already 42K. There are more views on the Alexandria video about the Hotel Bentley than there are people in Alexandria.
Yeah, our stuff went up to like 800 views a day.
Crap.
and then it went back down. So I don't know if it was bots or
I put the RSS link. It's on the TikTok. I put it in the videos, but like people are exploding with Hotel Bentley. Either they love it or they
I mean, I think that's part of it too, because now that we have that, and you're much better about posting, because I still need to set up the Patreon better.
Yeah, I mean, we got the Discord up. We just don't have it set up to receive anybody yet because it's private invite.
Yeah.
Which is something we should probably handle before the end of summer.
We need... Okay. Here's the thing we need to do before we get into everything. And this is a special Backwoods Obscura announcement.
The podcast is over, Chris.
The podcast is over. We're done. I'm tired of this shit. I'm in school. I got to talk about age demographics for business. I hate it.
Yeah,
it's not even what I'm talking about. Like, I'm in IT.
No, that's not what we're saying.
Yeah, no, that's not what we're saying. What I'm saying is that we actually need to like just sit down before the end of summer and just come up with the schedule and what we want to do for the Patreon and everything, because we were going to do that earlier, but
you have a couple of recordings that I sent you from...
Yeah, but life did get in the way, and I just need to do it. Like,
yeah,
I need to stop using the
that you're in school as an excuse.
Or it's like, oh, you have medical issues. It's like, okay, Chris, everyone has medical issues. What are yours? It's like, well,
crippling depression,
you know.
That's a legit reason.
Other things I'm not going to get into on the podcast because it's personal, but
he grew a third butt. He is the 3-cheek beast now.
That episode never got posted. We just need to do that episode again.
Yeah, we do.
Because at this point, like when I did the original bus through it because we forgot to record. Or for whatever reason, we needed an episode there. That episode sounded like shit. We sounded bad.
That's how old that episode was. But since we're going on this, do you want to talk about something local?
We can talk about something local.
Something extremely local.
How local are we saying?
Do you know where Filhiol House is?
Yeah, I do know where Filhiol House is. We're talking about Filhiol House?
We're talking about Filhiol House.
Okay, so let's talk about Filhiol House.
Yeah, talk about Filhiol House. So,
Filhiol House.
So we've already doxed ourselves. We live in Monroe, Louisiana.
Yes.
Originally founded as a bear hunting camp.
Really?
Yeah. That was one of our first industries, was collecting bear fat.
Well, I knew that, but I didn't know that Filhiol House was that old.
No, Filhiol House is not that old, but it is connected to Don Juan Filhiol.
That's a name.
Don Juan Filhiol, born Jean-Baptiste Filhiol in 1741 in Bordeaux, France.
I was going to say, is this a Frenchman?
Yeah, he's a Frenchman that then worked for the Spanish government, so they renamed him. Come on.
They're like, if you're going to work for us, motherfucker, you cannot be French. And he's like,
he's like, we have talked about I think at this point we've talked about 4 Jean-Baptiste. And that is such a badass name. That's such a Louisiana name. It's the name of child, Jean-Baptiste.
His mustache is like, baguette.
Anyway, at 23, he left France for the colonies. He's in the Caribbean for a while, and records get fuzzy. There's a high chance that Don Juan Filhiol / Jean-Baptiste Filhiol was a pirate.
Speaking of pirates, have you ever heard of the game Monroe?
No.
It's like Valheim, but you're a pirate.
Sponsor us.
Sponsor us, Windrose. Please. I'll put this in the fucking keywords if you sponsor us. They don't give a shit about it.
Yeah. In 1779, he was going to go home, but missed his boat in Philadelphia, so he decided, I'm just going to go to New Orleans.
As you do.
He's like, I'm in Philadelphia. I was in the Caribbean. I was probably a pirate. I'm going to go back to France with my booty.
I imagine, like, Philadelphia is not like, okay, this is me speaking out my ass as someone who is not researched as as someone in history, but I'm assuming at this point, Philadelphia and New Orleans are pretty comparable in size.
About there, but let me throw this out there. Because when I was doing research, I also read some comments on some stuff. People like, oh, he was in Philadelphia. I'm like, in 1779, I was like, yeah, man, like Philadelphia is a sizable city, but like, let me ask talking about pirates, where did Blackbeard mess with stuff other than the Caribbean?
Probably in the colony. Like,
yeah, his boat got sunk like near the Carolinas.
Yeah, I was going to say like Carolinas or Massachusetts, places like that.
I mean, like he got sunk off the coast of one of the Carolinas. I can't remember if it's north or south. I'll have to double check that because Blackbeard would be probably a fun episode. In fact, most of the pirates would be fun episodes. But I'm saying it's like the colonies, and then when they became the states, because 1779, 1779, we're still in the American Revolution. Because that didn't end until the 8th, I think. But hold on. Handy dandy internet. Because the American history teacher is drawing a blank.
We are all brain broken by the internet.
83.
1783.
The revolution ends. So he's in revolutionary Philadelphia. So here's the thing is like a lot of people also don't understand that during the American Revolution, the only reason like Trinidad, Tobago, St. Croix, Jamaica did not join us is the British Navy was there. Like if the Navy had not been there, there's a good chance that a large amount of the Caribbean
would be America
because they would have rebelled with us.
Okay, so that would have been like Trinidad, Tobago. Where else would that?
St. Croix, possibly Honduras, because it was British Honduras at that time. Jamaica and a couple other islands. Like, I mean, think about it. Also, Alexander Hamilton, I think, was born in St. Croix. Like, he was not born in the 13 North American colonies. He came there. Also, that's the other reason is around the time he was born, George Washington was down there, so people thought he might be Washington's illegitimate. However, Washington was sterile. Smallpox.
It happens. Also, like, I didn't realize this was a meme. It's like, don't ask George Washington why he moved his slaves every 6 months. And it had to do with legal reasons.
Yeah. You do realize that, like, everyone's like, oh, he lived at Mount Vernon. You do realize how much other land that man owned in the state of Virginia. He and Thomas Jefferson owned more land than is in modern day Virginia because West Virginia was part of Virginia at the time. In any case, he joined the colonial military and fought the British in West Florida because, remember, New Orleans was one of our first capitals, and the Florida parishes, all the ones north of Lake Pontchartrain and east of the Mississippi River, used to not be part of Louisiana. They were part of Spanish Florida and then British Florida. Right. So, and he fought, and there were Revolutionary War battles because Spain sided with the United States during our War of Independence. And they didn't really send anybody up to help the main war. They just started fucking up the British in Florida.
So they were just like, yeah, we're not gonna send people, but we got some stations out in Florida. Just aim some 12-pounders out there.
You got swords? I need you to sword all these Brits. There's like 12 of them.
Oh, so they were just like
that. Louisiana and the American Revolution starts to become a very interesting read because I was never taught it. Now, Don Juan / Jean Baptiste was made a captain during this time and is noted for his success and brutality.
Okay, so this is Filhiol.
This is the Filhiol that we know and love. That we have Filhiol Hall at ULM. We have streets. We have a house. We have a lot of stuff up here. Now, he was ordered by then Governor Esteban Miro. By the way, Esteban Miro is another.
What a name! What a fucking name!
He was initially sent to establish a fort on the Ouachita River, and he initially established Ecor a Fabri, aka Camden, Arkansas. However, he realized it was so far north, it was awkward to try to protect, so he moved further south and resettled founded Fort Monroe in 1791.
Wasn't it at that point in time because of agriculture? Because we changed the Washita River agriculturally, right?
We did. This was mostly, much like central Louisiana, a lot of where we are until you get east of the Washita was forest.
Yeah.
East of the Washita was starting to get into the Delta because we've been flooded under 3 foot of Mississippi River water here before.
Okay, so when it comes to Washita, the river that runs through us, how big was that at this point?
The Washita was roughly the same size it is today. I think, again, let me look at the handy dandy internet to tell you how deep the Washita is.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. I've heard like stories that before agriculture and like developing the land, that it was actually a little bit shorter.
Oh no,
or not shorter, but like smaller.
The Washita River has been roughly about the width that it's always been. Here in Monroe, it's about 30 feet deep.
That's deep.
Further north, it's as shallow as 3 feet at its headwater.
Okay, so further north, that might be what
the Washita River runs all the way to Lake Washita up in Arkansas.
Yeah, I mean, and if you've ever been to Hot Springs,
technically, if you were to get in a boat and travel north, you would be almost in Hot Springs, Arkansas before.
Well, you can go to Lake Washita or the Washita Mountains from Hot Springs.
Yeah,
like it's very easy to get there, and it's beautiful, but it's also kind of crazy to think about. Like, also for any listeners at home, if you're looking up Washita, it starts with an O. It's O-U.
Yeah. Oh, that's the fun part is, Graveyard Tales was talking about, they did Lloyd Plantation, and they said Rapides Parish.
Rapides?
But they're from Texas and Tennessee, man. It's Rapides.
Yeah.
But I was like, I really want to hear them say Washita, because I know they're going to say Ouachita.
Yeah. Phonetically, it looks like Ouachita.
If you were to spell it like the Washiteria that's down the road, it'd be Washitaw. But okay, so he had to settle this area. He was undermanned, undersupplied, newly married, and had to build a civilization in what was considered Louisiana's wild northeastern frontier that was plagued with bears and danger logs.
Danger logs being
alligators. Okay, so 207 people lived in the region known as Washita Parish, which took up the entirety of what is now northeast Louisiana from basically from Union, Lincoln, Washita, Richland, Morehouse, East and West Carroll. Basically everything we know, almost all the way down to the Tensas River.
Wait, so that's how big
the entirety of Washita Parish which seat was Fort Monroe, was pretty much north of Alexandria.
That's huge.
It was, but think about it, they only had 207 people.
That's huge, and also you would see a person. Just to be clear, like, we're a small state.
We're actually not a small state. We're middle sized. We're bigger than Indiana.
Well, population-wise, we are a small state.
Yeah, we're only 4 million people.
If there was like 200 people in that area, you would probably run into someone
every week.
Like,
when you went in to buy beans and shit at the store.
Yeah.
Now, job 1 was get along with the natives. Job 2, no English. Job 3, no Americans.
Wait, what? Okay, wait. He's American.
No.
Oh, he's not American.
He's French.
Working with the Spanish.
Jean-Baptiste Filhiol, and then he came down here, and now he's Don Juan Filhiol. So, remember, Spain, after the American War of Independence, didn't like us because we signed a separate peace treaty. We did. We took a separate peace because Spain started asking for too much, and he goes, "We'll go back to war." And we're like,
like no.
Ben Franklin's over here like, "Suck my dick, no." What'd you say, Ben? Oh, I said no.
I said no, thank you.
No. See, the reason I put it that way is Ben Franklin's probably another one that'd be a fun episode for us to do. Ben Franklin was just quagmire of the founding fathers.
he is an interesting character.
The fact that dude was 70 and still trying to get game on 20 and 30-year-olds is creepy, but at the same time entertaining in a sense. Only because he decided, like, hey, John, watch this. And he decided to put on buckskins and a raccoon skin hat. And Ben Franklin was a polyglot. So, and he could speak European languages without an accent because he made sure to get, like, okay, I got a continental French tutor. I got a continental German tutor. So he didn't speak it with an accent. It's not like me when I go, bonjour, mademoiselle, je m'appelle Miro. Like, because Emily makes fun of me because whenever she hears me speak French on Duolingo, my country accent comes out. Je ne parle pas français. That's how Ben Franklin got off the boat. Bonjour, mademoiselle, je m'appelle Benjamin Franklin. Je suis American. And here is this 5'8" Quaker Oats looking motherfucker in basically all I can assume is the Snuggie version of buckskin.
I did think for the longest time that the Quaker Oats guy was Ben Franklin.
And here's the thing is, it worked.
I mean, look, problematic or no, like we have to say that he had Riz. He
had Riz. I'm going to say this. As problematic as Ben Franklin is, he's not our most problematic founding father. He's not even our most problematic founding father that people think was president. Because Benjamin Franklin was never president. We just put him on the $100 bill. Hamilton was never president. We just put him on the 10. Fuck, there's so many problematic founding fathers.
I mean, there's like 100 of them.
Do you know the thing is, we're older than over half of most of the founding fathers at this point?
Yeah, I knew that.
I didn't know. I thought they were all fucking 40-year-olds because they all wearing them white wigs.
People look at
Jefferson, like they look at
George Washington.
Jefferson and Washington were both redheads.
Yeah, and you see pictures of one. They had the wig, but they all look so fucked up because
just life, man, dude. You know, before we start going on a rant about our founding fathers and body shame, we body shame the founding fathers.
It's like, what the fuck is up with your teeth, George?
And George looks at you, I'm 6'2", I'm 195 pounds, and I'm made out of muscle. But like,
what's the joke? Seeing that man walk out of the fucking woods? The fucking British seeing that man walk out.
The British see him walk out of the woods, just like, oh fuck. Like Thomas Jefferson was taller than him, but like Thomas Jefferson was like skinny. So like, it's like George walks in, it's like, I'm George goddamn Washington. Washington, 6'20", killing for fun. But no, like, to get back to the point before we just derail completely, he was given a land grant that comprised much of present-day West Monroe. So Luzaire Park was his land that he was given.
Okay.
He also had land on the other side of the river that is now modern-day Monroe. He was pretty much the law. If you pissed off Don Juan Filhiol, he didn't have to ask permission or forgiveness. He had a governor / God-given right. Like Esteban Miro told me, if you act up, I can fucking kill you. And everybody in the town.
Well, not doing that. Not fucking with that.
Esteban told you this? Esteban told me. I'm sorry. I love the name Esteban. So, yeah. He died at 81 in 1821. So he died after we were a state. And fun fact, the U.S. government did not fuck with his property, his land rights, or anything he held until after he was dead.
So they were like, we're not going to touch this. Oh, he's dead. Let's get in
it's
there.
Like, hey, we're going to fuck around at Monroe. Pero Niño.
Now, were we
Don Juan Filhiol.
We were not called Monroe until...
No. It's got... Well, we would have been named Monroe by roughly about the time he died. Because that's when the James Monroe riverboat came up the Washita River and made us a port.
Okay.
That was after the Great Raft was destroyed. Or most of the Great Raft was destroyed. So you could come up the Black to the Washita.
We're talking about Louisiana lore here.
You go Mississippi to Red to Black. And then off of the Black, you can either go up the Tensas or you can go up the Washita.
There are parts of the Tensas up here that are just, you cannot navigate by boat.
No, but I mean, our state's 40% waterway. So like watching a video about Japan or northern or like West Virginia and parts of the North in our country where it's like, this is a river. I'm like, that is ankle deep. Ain't no river. Well, when it rains, fuck you. Rivers are one of those things. If you try to swim across them, shit goes south for you quickly.
You become a unsolved mystery.
You go with the river. Just get out of it before you hit the locks south of, Lazaire Park.
And then you get into like, the drowning machines that we have on the river.
Oh, goddamn. Yeah. The freaking pump houses. Fuck.
Do not jump into the fun bubblies near any sort of pump
station. So this is the thing I love is we're getting like unspoken Louisiana lore right here. Like, this is the part of the river you don't go to. Why? Fucking pump houses. Now, he was buried in a family cemetery, but stones from it were used to build houses later in West Monroe. In fact, there's several houses that still have stones from Filhiol's estate in their foundations.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Now, Filhiol Street was widened and graves were moved to St. Matthew's Cemetery. Connected to this, his headstone fell down and sunk into the dirt and was being used as a home plate for local Little League baseball teams until they realized what it was because they dug it out to level it and they saw Don Juan Filhiol with the years that he lived and died.
So wait, people were playing fucking baseball?
Over this man's grave.
I don't know how.
Say you're an American without saying you're an American. Now, actually,
it's not the native graves that we. It's not only the native graves we desecrate. It's our own.
I got more of those already researched.
Oh my god!
Anyway, so I misspoke. We never located Don Juan Filhiol's actual grave. His headstone was moved and had shifted. So it's believed he is buried somewhere underneath either Filhiol Street or under the I-20 extension that goes over Filhiol Street. So Don Juan is either under the interstate or underneath a 2-lane road in West Monroe. So the man who shaped Northeast Louisiana and probably made most of the state his bitch for a hot minute is in a forgotten grave either under a house, the interstate piling, or the road. That's life.
I mean,
that's
you know what?
life.
It is what it is. I mean, his name lives on. He hasn't died a second death yet.
True. Now, the I-20, there's a marker underneath I-20 placed by Daughters of the American Revolution because they consider him an American Revolutionary War hero because he did fight in...
Okay. Is this the bad system?
No. That's Daughters of the Confederacy. Fuck them. Daughters of the American Revolution have some other issues, but as an American... I give them more of a pass than Daughters of the Confederacy because they're not the participation trophy wives.
Yeah.
There was an attempt to rename the I-20 bridge after him, but graffiti concerns were brought up and the name change failed because with the name Filhiol, you're very quickly going to become Filhole. In the hole. Touch the hole.
Or try finger Filhole.
Finger the hole. Yeah. So let's get to the actual house. I started researching for this.
And we gotta talk about a local legend.
Well, the thing is that the person who built the house is related to him. It's just that when I started looking up Filhiol house, they're like, was this Don Juan Filhiol's house? No, he lived over technically in West Monroe, but had land on both sides of the river, having very large plantations.
Well, I mean, he lived here before there was like...
He was a slave owner. Like, there's no way to put it.
Well, I assumed. I'm saying that, like, he lived before there were, like, legal distinctions between Monroe and West Monroe.
Yeah, because remember, the original name for West Monroe was Trenton.
Yeah.
And it named itself the West Monroe when we were named Monroe. Now, Filhiol House is located at 111 Stone Avenue in Monroe, Louisiana. Is a Queen Anne style house built in 1895.
So long after he's dead.
Now, Queen Anne style is very popular in the 1800s. Round towers, ornate woodwork with designs, large front and side porches, wraparound porches, steep pitched roofs, asymmetrical facades, bay windows, busy, fancy, so fucking Victorian is what's in my notes.
Yeah, I've seen.
It's very reminiscent of Rococo. Like shit has to be everywhere.
it's one of those things where it's like you feel like Rococo came back around for a second.
Pretty much. I mean, now, it's a bit of rejection of the neoclassical style and the federal styles that became also popular in the 1800s that are very much Greek temple inspired, very simple, very ornate, very august. Now, is the home of the great-grandson of Don Juan Filhiol, Roland M. Filhiol. He was an agriculturalist, a businessman, and he owns several plantations because we kept using the term for large landed sharecropped farms. Now, in 1918, the house was purchased by Edmund M. Strong. In 1948, the LaFrance family purchased the home. They modified the home to be a house for a large family, so they added on to it. And you can see Filhiol House from I-20, eastbound lane. The problem is on the westbound lane, you can't see across it. Also, you got to catch the Filhiol House before you see the billboard. Because it's only 2 blocks away from the river. Now, sometime it became a split home apartment complex and became run down. In 2023, it was bought by John May. It is currently a private residence. Also in 1995, it was placed on the Historic Registry of Places.
So it cannot be torn down.
No, it cannot. It looks like it should be because the people that have owned it since they've remodeled it and they've updated it, they keep the outside looking sun bleached and everything because it's a vibe and because also someone wanted to paint it blue and apparently can't legally do that.
Okay. Well, I'm fine with that.
Also, they can't, like, if you painted it the same bleached white that it's always been, you have to use a period accurate paint.
So you would have to use...
No, it's not lead. It's not lead paint, but it's basically whitewash. And that bleaches out so quick and the wood eats through it. So it's looked constantly run down for a minute, but a lot of people also drive by this place and go, oh, it's just the south side of town. And I'm like, fuck you. This is a 100-year-old house and it's absolutely gorgeous. I'd find out what I'd legally have to do to paint it fucking salmon, the salmon French quarter color, because I think in Louisiana you can technically get away with that.
That would be a nice color.
Now, let me talk to you about the ghosts, because again, ostensibly, we are a supernatural weird shit podcast, and all I've done is talk about the history of one very, very...
It's still obscura.
It is still obscure because I don't think a lot of people know about John Baptiste / Don Juan. Again, the dude's name, both names the guy got are so...
But getting into the obscura part, I mean, we're talking about a person that, like, most people... Like, we're talking about, like, a guy that helped found a, like...
Nearly 50,000 people town. Like...
Yeah, and the thing is, it's like, most people don't really give a shit about Monroe, Louisiana.
No, they don't.
But it's interesting. It's like learning about Centralia.
Yeah. Now, there are 2 named ghosts that are supposed to exist in here. So for me, telling you a ghost story, very few ghosts. I usually find the ones that have like a whole cavalcade. Like they have shifts that come in and like they get paid like number of ghosts.
But this place only has 2.
This place only has 2. So let me go ahead and get all of the generic. There are knocks, walking, cold spots, voices, orbs. There's been
all the same shit.
There's been a couple of local people that got EVPs.
We have gotten to the point to where we talk about these things and we're just like, the fucking usual shit.
No shadow people though. No shadow people.
Yeah, I mean, I think we should just have like a thing where it's just like the usual shit minus X, Y, and Z.
Now, the thing is, the only one of these that I really give any credence is, again, because we live in the South, and it's already it's over 100 degrees with the heat index every day here, and it's
cold
June. Spots. It's the cold spots. Like, a cold spot in a house with, like, mini splits for floors.
Yeah, if you get a nice cold spot, thank you, ghost.
It is, this place does not have great central air. It never has. It's last time I drove by while I was doing research, it has multiple mini splits to it. Probably also connected to when it was multi-divided.
Right.
Now, Larry is the first name ghost. He was a resident in the house from the 60s to the 70s, and he died in his second floor apartment.
So 1960s and 70s.
Yeah. He was an invalid. He was bedridden, and the most recent owners, when they went into the room, found that the hospital bed was still in there and tossed it.
Oh, so
and I'm talking like the old, fat, white / cream-colored plastic, like old as hell. Okay, I'm a teacher. I'm used to having technology that's a decade plus old. Hospitals are just as bad because, like, I have never seen a new hospital bed.
And that might just be here too.
It might be. But when they tossed the bed, his activity increased. So, like, previous people have mentioned, like, they saw him as a mostly humanoid figure. Like, you could make out his face, but the rest of his body might be dark.
Right.
Walking through, or you would see someone laying in the bed if you went up there, and then they'd vanish. But once the bed was tossed out, he started knocking stuff over, throwing shit, messing with the lights. He stomps around.
He threw out his fucking bed, man.
He causes a ominous feeling in that room, the hallway, and stairwell that leads up to it, because there's two ways to get to his room. There's an external stairwell, and there is an interior stairwell. I'm going to say this. The external stairwell, from what I saw driving by the house, would give me internal dread at any goddamn point.
Why is that?
Because it goes to technically the third floor of the house. Because it's a 2.5 story is what they call it, but it's really the attic is able to be lived in, and it is I built this myself stairwell with no switchbacks.
Is it one of those ones that's very steep?
Okay. It is you and I would hate this because, one, I'm assuming just looking at it that either one of us have feet that are bigger than the stairs. But also, it like starts out halfway into the backyard and goes directly up to a small landing on that floor that empties into a hallway.
So here's the question. Does it do the thing that when we went to the Gothic jail?
The handrails are not plumb depth, man. Like for you, for me, it's low. For you, it's a hazard.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. So not only is it steep, it's like it doesn't give you much.
Like you and I would be like leaning forward like it's a ladder, like at a Sam's Club or some shit.
That's
terrifying. Yeah.
Yeah. That's not good. That's not a good thing to have.
Now, mostly he just does poltergeist activity and makes you feel kind of anxious about shit. He doesn't touch people.
So he's the kind of ghost that's like...
He's an angry old man.
Why did you throw away my fucking bed?
He is just an angry old man. Also, I found the picture. When I say they threw this bed away, that steep-ass stairwell, they opened the door, dismantled the bed, and yeeted it out of the attic. Like, it's to the side of the damn, like, stairwell.
Jesus.
Okay, maybe they didn't, but all I see is a pile of trash in the backyard near that stair, or the stairs that go up there. And I'm like, all I can imagine is, like, they dismantled this bed and then chunked its ass from the third floor, because let's be honest, you and me, if we were gutting a house and throwing shit out, at least once we tried to yeet something from as high as we could to see what the noise it made when it hit. You can't deny it.
Like this?
You do it.
Okay, I have seen the Filhiol house. I cannot picture it in my head right now. So just like picturing that fucking stairwell. I mean, I can look up the Filhiol house.
I was going to because you were talking, but like this is in a backyard that you can see when the hedges are dead, like this time of year.
I just have a picture of you just looking at it.
I'm not gonna lie, I did park. And I walked around. But that's also because most neighborhoods I walk into, people leave me the hell alone. This is also before I had to shave off my beard. And remember, it was like halfway down my chest.
Okay, not FIFA World Cup. You look it up because I'm not...
if you're talking about FIFA World Cup, I love that Mexico and Korea did Gangnam Style.
I don't want to talk about the fucking World Cup with what we're doing to people right now.
Oh no, man, we're fucking terrible about some shit. But this is a front picture of the Filhiol house. Let me go back to the good one. That's it, right? That's before the last round of remodel.
Okay, yeah, I've seen this house.
We've driven by it, man. They do not. I will say this: they do not allow ghost investigations right now.
I would imagine not, since it's a private residence.
Well, I mean, you can get permission to do it for Mount Helena. Now, the next ghost is Abigail. The ghost girl is you either seen in a white or blue dress. So we got a ghost that changes clothes.
Okay, so she's not the white dress lady as we're used to in the
this
normal
is
sense.
Also 100% a child.
Okay.
She appears around the house and vanishes. She seems to really like dogs. And so previous owner stated that they saw a little girl scratching their dog's belly and its leg was kicking, and she turned and looked at them, looked scared, and vanished.
Aw.
Well, I mean, if you saw a puppy, you can't help but touch the puppy, and
well,
then
no,
the puppy's owner shows up. We would have anxiety, and we're grown men, so little girl would too.
I'm just sad because it's a little girl ghost.
Now, she looks out the windows, and she has been caught moving curtains. She's been caught moving toys that have been left for it. She likes to steal and move keys. And by move keys, I don't mean like they're in the kitchen, they're now in the living room. They're in the kitchen, and now they're in a third floor bedroom on top of the bed.
Okay, so she travels with them keys.
Oh, this okay, so Larry, I feel, is poltergeist / residual. Abigail, I feel, would fall underneath the completely intelligent haunt category.
Like the I'm doing this. There's like intelligence behind
now, the one EVP that I've listened to, it was a little girl's voice saying, "I would like to play," and that hurts my soul. I had to share it with you.
That does hurt
because like the number of times, like the last 2 days, today and yesterday, that I've had off, and my daughter's been home because I've told her if you act really well, I'll keep you home on Fridays from daycare. I picked her up early. I still took her, but we sat down and we played. And so, because you want to play with me. Like, we're getting to the actual talking phase, and I'm not ready for that yet.
Yeah, and then you're just, like, having to listen to these EVPs of supposed ghosts. And it's like...
I just want to play. I'm like, this is, again, as I've said in previous podcasts, this is how I die. This is how I die in a horror movie. It's like the little girl goes, "Will you be my daddy?" Fuck.
Yeah. I know you're a demon, but I can't.
These are my children.
1% chance.
These are my children, Vincent, Freya, and Beelzebub. Beelzebub, he converted me. I'm a good little girl now. I'm the Lord of Fries, not flies anymore. Daddy, I would like a supersized fries. Yes, Bills. Little Beezy. We'll get you that.
Can I get a smash burger?
No, honey, we don't get smash burgers. They're too thin, and it's all overpriced for less meat.
Oh, you could make them.
If I make them myself, they're good. Like, when you make smash burgers, they're good. But however, like, I've been to a restaurant, and they gave me a smash burger, and I'm like, bitch, you gave me gristle. So, any case, I'm going to say this. The Filhiol house has a couple ghost stories. I think it's a good local legend. If we could get in there ever, it would probably make me more likely to believe it. However, I will say this. I don't know so much about Larry. The Abigail EVP has me a little shook.
Yeah, that would hit.
Because no, it is crisp clear. It's not like...
Oh, it's not just like...
It's not like statically...
Just... It's not like that.
No, it's 100%. I would like to play. I'm like...
There's no ambiguity.
Fuck you, everybody.
Okay, like the EVPs that really fuck with me is, and like part of my brain is always like, okay, there has to be someone behind it, but there are some EVPs that like genuinely they just pull them out.
One of the worst EVPs I ever heard was captured in the middle of a field at Gettysburg, and it was, "Mama, I'm cold."
That one, that
hurts. Like one's like fuck, because they caught it on the Confederate side, and it was in like Pickett's Charge area, and I'm like, fuck that one.
That's
that one. You either faked it. 2, that should not have been that clear. 3, fuck me.
Okay, but Gettysburg is like one of those inflection. Like when you talk about like haunted areas, you go to the Gettysburg.
The entire 5 miles around Gettysburg, I fully believe, is haunted.
Like, whether or not you believe in ghosts, there is an aura there.
There is... I've been there. There is 100% a vibe, and also sacrificing my seat in a van for someone else so they could ride until another vehicle pulled up and I jumped in the back of the truck at the 150th reenactment, walking the Union Ridge line and then turning and looking to your left to see 2 miles of open field and going, yeah, you couldn't have paid me to fucking, I ain't walking across that shit when there's cannons.
Or it's like looking at, and this is like a much smaller,
or Vicksburg too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
The fucking hills.
Like Vicksburg, I don't know how big Gettysburg is comparison, but like I'm assuming Vicksburg.
The battlefields are roughly the same area. It's just that the Confederate line and the Union line were 2 or so miles apart from each other across an open field.
Yeah, and then you like if you go to Vicksburg, you see they marked the Union and Confederate lines.
And they marched up 150-foot hill towards people shooting down at them. It's like,
and sometimes those lines are like right next to each other.
There's times when you see that the blue line and the red line are actually
like just maybe 12 feet away.
No, there's one where the blue line's past the red line and they were fighting in the damn trench.
Yeah, it is. Like the Civil War, like this is an America-centric thing that we're talking about. The Civil War is fucking
nuts. We need to actually, next time we go to Vicksburg, I need to take you to the railroad redoubt that actually goes near McRaven House.
Yes, I would love to.
Because everybody kind of skips it because you got to go underneath the overpass. Because it's the other side of the park that's like that everybody kind of forgets about because they don't have monuments on it. But before we get onto that rant and everything, my sources are 64parishes.org, thenewsstar.com, npgallery.mps.gov, acadianprofile.com, Washita Riverfront, phmc.state.pa.us, Portal Communities Architecture, Queen Anne Style, and ghostofamerica.com.
Yeah, I mean, of course, I highly enjoyed this because it was super local, Louisiana. I know I've been into the alien stuff recently, but I'm glad I have you here to kind of bring us back into Louisiana, especially into Monroe.
Yeah, I had to find one because we don't actually have, like, the high school we went to. The high school we went to should be 100% haunted just based on its appearance. The high school I teach in, I make the joke that Henry still walks the halls because the door of what is my previous classroom, I'm getting moved. If a door opened or closed, my door would either swing open or close if it wasn't fully closed. So I'd make the joke, okay, Henry, you're here. My kids took it seriously. And it's nothing but vacuum pressure. But, like, we don't have a ton of ghost stories about our town. Like, not gonna lie, there's the Walkers of Jackson Street, but that is so fake.
I always feel like, okay, when it comes to like ghost stories, it's all, there's nothing that's like concrete in the same way. Like you said, the Walkers of Jackson Street. One of the things I remember growing up is like we always thought that George Tucker was haunted, which there, like, to be clear, there is no reason why we think it's haunted outside.
It was abandoned at the time.
Outside of it being abandoned between the time it was a school, a storage area, and now a nursing home. It's just an old building.
Yeah.
Old, creepy looking building. Interesting building, I will say this.
No.
But, like, there's a lot of buildings around here that are like that, where it's like...
Well, I mean, I got personal ghost stories from what is now Hotel Monroe.
Yeah.
There's been ghost investigators that went there. However, there's no information for me to go anything other than personal accounts. So I'm never going to do an episode on that because I don't have sources.
Yeah.
There's plenty of actual personal hauntings in houses throughout the city, but it's never more than I saw someone by my bed. I saw someone walking down the hall. Like nothing more than just your...
I mean, and it's the same with me. It's like I saw something strange in George Tucker at one point, like 20-something years ago.
Yeah. 30-something years ago.
Yeah, shut up. I'm not that old. I'm 38 right now. So it was,
25 years ago.
Thank you.
Quarter of a century.
Thank you. Fuck you. I hate you. But yeah, there's like the Monroe Castle, which is also
Leighton Castle does have some ghost stories. I don't have it on the list because again, it's kind of hard to find stuff.
The art museum apparently has some stories.
Yeah, the
old E.A. Conway.
Okay, well, we already did E.A. Conway, but Beadenhorn, Leighton Castle. Now I'm completely blanking on the art museum.
I forget its name too.
Mazur Museum. Mazur Museum. They have some stories. St. Francis Hospital has some stories, but they're not documented. Like, I can't, like...
And I'll say this as someone that worked at St. Francis. As a cook, I had no medical degrees or anything like that, but I worked as a cook, and I would go there. When I worked there, I worked the graveyard shift. I would get there at like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, work until 12. It's fucking freaky.
I mean, it's a hospital.
Yeah, I mean, it is a hospital, but
also,
it's
a building.
Old looking.
The building has also been remodeled so many times, so there's like the third
the
floor.
Hospital looks different now.
The third floor doesn't connect to the third floor. Like that's a weird thing to me. It's like you have to take 2 different elevators at that hospital to get to the third floor.
Yeah,
but
they also got rid of the bridge between the
park. Well, they tore down the parking garage.
Yeah.
So, but anyway.
Yeah, we are Backwoods Obscura. We release every Tuesday. We do other things too. We do Brouhaha. We do Team Bonus Action.
Brouhaha is a group of friends who like to try out different beers and talk about silly, funny shit. Team Bonus Action is all of us that like to play games, usually on Sunday, but with the rebirth of Something Shadow. I'm sorry, like we've only played 2 games in Ace's game, and I haven't fully edited the videos yet.
Yeah.
But we got a new campaign that's on Sundays that seems to be goth as hell. And Brouhaha is we are silly and drink beers.
Yeah. And like we hope to see you and have a good day or night or whatever time it is over there.
Hey Chris.
What?
You know what happens when there's you got a bunch of asphalt in a bag?
What?
You gotta feel whole.
Get out.